I will enjoy the New Orleans Saints on the verge of going 13-3 once again this year, Jordy.
They faced Carolina on Sunday. Did you see Sean Payton? He was asked about sitting down his starters from Breeze to Mike Thomas and the guys on Sunday versus Carolina. And we gave you the quote inside headlines of Payton saying, "Look, man, they were still opportunities here to play for a number one seed or play for a higher seed." So he's playing his guys.
And so what this is kind of in reference to, I guess I had forgotten about this, or because I was in college, I don't think I was following it as closely, but back in 2010, the Saints had some similar chances to move up seeding-wise going into that final week. Now, they were much more long shots, but Coach Payton decided to play his players, and I think they lost like 3 guys to key injuries. And then, of course,
Graham.
Yeah, it was Graham, Chris Ivory, who was the leading rusher, and there's one other name I'm forgetting. And then, of course, the next week was Beast Mode. Was the 7-9 Seattle Seahawk wild card game, or maybe they either way. It was the Seahawk game where Marshawn Lynch had one of the greatest NFL runs of all time, capping it by leaping into the end zone while grabbing his genitalia. An all-time run and an all-time celebration. And my guy Beast Mode is back right here before the playoffs.
Probably the highlight in a career filled of highlights.
Yeah, I would agree. And as far as Beast Mode goes, look, you should be cheering for him because Seattle right now is the Saints' greatest hope to get a first-round bye. This is what's wild. Here New Orleans says they're on the verge of being 13-3. 13-3 is supposed to basically guarantee you a first-round bye. It's supposed to guarantee you a first or second seed, and yet as it sits now, if both the Niners and the Packers win on Sunday along with the Saints, then you'll be a 13-3 3 seed, which is pretty wild, especially when the 4 seed will be the 8-8 Eagles or like the 8-8 Cowboys, whatever, one or the other, however those tiebreakers work out. So yeah, the best path, like I don't see the Packers losing to the Lions. So the 1 seed is
13.5-point favorite.
Yeah, the 1 seed's out the door there. Okay, the Lions are garbage. They're 3-11-1. The Packers just went into Minnesota and beat the Vikings handily. Packers are going to win, so the 1 seed's probably off the table. However,
bleeping Kirk Cousins.
I know. 0-9. I tried on weekend winners, I tried to speak it into the existence, and Kirk Cousins is so bad that not even the secret works.
Nope.
When it comes to Cousins.
He can't overcome it.
No, you can't do it, man. But so that's not happening, right? Packers are going to win. They're going to be the 1 seed. If Seattle beats San Francisco, though, that will bump you up to the 2 seed. So Seattle, they beat them early in the year, trying to go 2-0 against a very good Niner team. And if they do that and the Saints win, then you'll get that 2 seed. You'll get the bye, and you'll get that first playoff game at home. Otherwise, you'll be playing at home, but you may be playing wild card weekend.
All right, we'll talk to Roman Harper here in 7 minutes about the New Orleans Saints this weekend versus Carolina. What's next for the Panthers here after Week 17 as they've blown that entire operation up? Ron Rivera out in the middle of the year, Cam Newton in a contract situation. What's the future look like for Carolina? We'll talk to Roman coming up here in 7 minutes.
Yeah, before we get there, I do want to touch one more thing on this on this Saints team, because when you look right now, you always want to. When you're going to the playoffs, you want to be peaking at the right time. And although the Saints have suffered some injuries defensively recently, and I don't know that the defense is playing at their peak compared to maybe how they were just a couple months back, the offense right now is peaking at the right time. Jeff Duncan, The Athletic, has a great article breaking this down today. But when you look, so they scored 38 on the Titans on the road last week. They had those 4 touchdown drives in a row to get to that 38 number. That is the most points that the Titans defense has given up at home in 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah. They've now scored 30.
That's a yo stat.
Isn't that a weird stat? They've now scored 30 at least 10 times this season. That is the most in the NFL, including 3 times in a row and 5 of the last 6 games. Drew Brees still got it. When you look as to how they're doing it, to me, Jordy, what the correlating factor there has been the emergence of Jared Cook. And he is really unlocking everything. And you saw it Sunday, the good football karma, Kamara getting the big block to spring Cook on the 50-yard touchdown. Then Kamara finally gets back in the end zone a couple times for the first time since September. And now you have that three-headed monster of weapons that I think Saints fans were hoping for at the beginning of the season, where although they're not in the same position group, having Mike Thomas, Jared Cook, and Alvin Kamara, those three become a matchup nightmare for any defense to try to take care of.
And they work all levels in all areas of the field. When you talk about Kamara, can work the outside, he can work the flat, he can also work the middle of the field with his ability to run seams. Thomas, of course,
everywhere.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
They're playing him a lot more in the slot now to try to beat double teams. But yeah, just put him anywhere.
And Jared Cook, in a league that looks for imitations, in a league that looks for for every Gronkowski, you try to find a George Kittle.
Yeah,
I have yet to see a Jared Cook, somebody that size, the ability to catch the ball like he can and run like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
bro,
like a giant. Well, I was going to say a deer, but he's way thicker than a deer.
You know who is
a thick animal that runs, Musso? You got anything? A thick animal that runs? I'm sure the huddle will come up with something.
Thank you,
What were you
Musso.
going to say? Never mind, Musso. Go back to sleep.
Thank you, Musso. I don't even know.
I might have distracted you with the thick animal.